She's nervous around you. She fumbles her words. She can't quite hold eye contact. Most men read this as disinterest. They're wrong. This is what happens when a woman sees you as high value. Admiration mixed with nervousness, attraction disguised as awkwardness. But here's the problem. 99% of guys misread these signals and walk away from women who actually wanted them. If you don't know what to watch for, you'll mistake her intimidation for rejection. But once you do, you'll realize her nervousness was a compliment all along. Pay attention to number 3 and number 7. Those are the ones most men get completely backwards. Let's get into it. 1, she gets nervous around you specifically. You've seen her in other situations. She's confident, composed, at ease. She holds her own in conversations and doesn't seem anxious. But around you, something changes. She fidgets more. She stumbles over words. She laughs at things that aren't funny, then seems embarrassed. There's a nervous energy that appears only when you're present. This is selective nervousness, and it's a sign you've triggered something in her. We don't get nervous around people we're indifferent to. Nervousness signals that something's at stake, that she cares about how she comes across. If she's calm with everyone except you, it's because you've been placed in a different category in her mind. Here's the tell. Compare her behavior with others versus with you. If there's a noticeable shift, her nervous system is telling you what her words won't. And if she gets nervous around you, watch what happens to her composure. 2, she overcompensates or tries too hard. You notice something in how she presents herself around you. She seems to be trying harder than necessary. She laughs a little too loud. She shares impressive things about herself unprompted. She seems eager for your approval in a way that feels slightly effortful. This is impression management, and it reveals how much your opinion matters to her. When a woman is intimidated by a man she admires, she instinctively tries to raise herself to his level. She wants to seem worthy. She highlights her accomplishments, her humor, her value, hoping he'll see her as an equal. Here's the key. She's not being fake. She's being aspirational. She sees you as high value and wants you to see her the same way. The effort itself is the compliment. But if she's trying to impress you, notice how she handles direct conversation. 3, she has trouble maintaining eye contact. You're talking and you notice her eyes don't stay locked with yours. She holds your gaze for a moment, then looks away. She glances back, then down. There's a flutter to her eye contact that suggests something's happening beneath the surface. This is gaze aversion, and in this context, it signals overwhelm. Confident, steady eye contact requires feeling like equals. When a woman is intimidated, when she sees you as someone impressive, maintaining that gaze becomes intense. It's not that she doesn't want to look at you. It's that looking at you feels like too much. Here's the tell. She keeps looking at you anyway. She can't help it. She just can't hold it for long. That back and forth wanting to look, feeling overwhelmed, looking away, coming back is the giveaway. And if her eye contact wavers, listen to her voice. 4, her voice changes around you. With other people, she speaks normally. Confident tone, natural pacing, easy flow. But with you, something shifts. Her voice might get softer or higher or more hesitant. There's a quality that wasn't there before. This is vocal adjustment, and it happens involuntarily when attraction and intimidation combine. Studies show that our voices change around people we're attracted to. Pitch shifts, speed changes. It's a subconscious response we can't fully control. When she sounds different with you than with others, her nervous system is responding to your presence. Here's what to watch for. The contrast. How does she sound in group conversations versus when it's just the two of you? If her voice softens, slows, or becomes less certain around you specifically, intimidation is at play. And if her voice is changing, pay attention to how she handles compliments from you. 5, she deflects your compliments. You tell her she looks great and she waves it off. You compliment something she said and she downplays it. Instead of accepting praise, she dismisses it almost like she doesn't believe she deserves it from you. This is compliment deflection, and it often stems from feeling unworthy. When a woman sees a man as high value, compliments from him carry extra weight. They matter more, which makes them harder to accept. She might feel like she hasn't earned them, or she might worry that accepting too readily will seem arrogant. Here's the key. She's not dismissing you. She's intimidated by the source. Your opinion matters so much that she struggles to let the praise land. And if she deflects your compliments, watch how she responds to your attention overall. 6, she seems almost surprised you're interested. You show her attention and something flickers across her face. Surprise, disbelief. A moment of, wait, really? Before she composes herself. She seems genuinely caught off guard that you're choosing to engage with her. This is value dissonance, and it happens when she's placed you above herself. In her mental hierarchy, you're high and she's not sure where she stands. So when you show interest, it challenges her assumptions. She almost can't believe it. Her surprise reveals that she's been admiring you from what felt like a distance. Here's the tell. That moment of genuine shock. It's brief, but it's real. She didn't expect you to notice her, choose her, engage with her. The fact that you did means more to her than you realize. And if she seems surprised, notice how she talks about herself around you. 7, she puts herself down subtly. She makes little comments. I'm such a mess. I don't know why I said that. You probably think I'm ridiculous. There's a thread of self-deprecation running through her interactions with you. This is preemptive deflection. She's beating you to the criticism she assumes is coming. When a woman is intimidated, she often assumes the man she admires sees her flaws clearly, so she points them out first, almost as protection. If she calls herself ridiculous before you do, it hurts less. Here's the key. She's not fishing for compliments. She's revealing insecurity that only exists because your opinion matters so much. She wouldn't care about looking foolish in front of someone she didn't admire. And if she's putting herself down, watch what she does after your conversations end. 8, she replays your conversations later. You find out, maybe she mentions it. Maybe a friend tells you that she's been thinking about what you talked about. She quoted something you said. She referenced your conversation days later. It stayed with her. This is cognitive persistence, and it signals how much space you occupy in her mind. We don't replay conversations with people who don't matter. But when a man intimidates us in a good way, when we admire him, want his approval, find him impressive, music, we turn his words over in our heads. We analyze, we remember. We can't let go. Here's the tell. If she's remembering and referencing things you barely remember saying, you've been living in her mind longer than you knew. And if she's replaying your conversations, notice how she behaves in your presence over time. 9, she gradually gets more comfortable. When you first interacted, she was visibly nervous, fidgety, uncertain, clears throat. But over time, something shifted. She's relaxing. She's more herself. The initial intimidation is mellowing into comfort. This is trust acclimation, and it's a natural progression when intimidation meets positive experience. Intimidation isn't sustainable. If you've been kind, warm, approachable, if you've made her feel safe rather than judged, she'll start to relax. The high pedestal she put you on will lower to something more human. She'll realize you're not going to bite. Here's what to watch for. The trajectory. Is she more comfortable now than when you first met? That progress means you've made her feel accepted and that her initial intimidation is transforming into something deeper. And if she's getting more comfortable, watch for the final sign. 10. She opens up when she finally feels safe. The walls come down. She starts sharing real things, fears, dreams, imperfections. She stops trying so hard and just lets you see her. The performance fades and what's left is genuine connection. This is vulnerability emergence, and it's the payoff of navigating her intimidation with grace. She was intimidated because she admired you. She was nervous because your opinion mattered, but you made her feel safe anyway. You didn't judge. You didn't dismiss. You met her where she was. Here's the key. This vulnerability is a gift. She's trusting you with the real her, something she was too scared to show when she thought you were out of her league. Now she knows you see her as an equal. Here's what you need to understand. A woman who's intimidated by you won't announce it. She won't say, "You make me nervous because I think you're out of my league." That's not how women communicate this. Instead, she'll fidget when you're near. She'll try too hard. Her eye contact will waver. Her voice will change. She'll deflect your compliments, seem surprised by your attention, put herself down before you can. But these aren't signs of disinterest. They're signs of admiration so strong it makes her nervous. And if you meet her intimidation with warmth, if you make her feel safe instead of small, she'll open up, she'll relax, she'll let you see who she really is. That's when intimidation becomes connection. Now you know the signs.